Hi, my name is Steve Diskin, and you're in the home of Dizz's Bagel and Deli. And today we're going to be showing you how we make the famous rainbow bagel with the help of our head baker Kenga and his assistant Raju. Everything goes into a mixer. It's basically a high gluten flour, eggs, sugar, malt, and yeast. And it takes about 6 minutes to make the dough. It's a very basic dough, but I can't tell you the rest of the secret. It's a top secret recipe. As the dough is being made, we have to do it in 5 different colors to put the rainbow bagel together. So we have to make 5 separate doughs where they're stacked together and then they're combined by hand, they're rolled by hand. It was approximately 5 years ago. I was sitting in front of my computer and I found something on the internet that was coming out of New York. It was a rainbow bagel. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, wait a second, we can do this. I sat down with my head baker Kenga and we figured it out. And it was about just around that time, about 3 or 4 months after we started producing them, somebody came in and wrote a blog on the bagel and it went absolutely viral. Now we're famous for it. We're actually the home of Canada's rainbow bagel. But it has now become our second biggest selling bagel. We actually sell more rainbow bagels today than we do coffee. Our 2 bakers that you see here today, Raju and our head baker Kenga, who has been with us for 25 years since the day we started. He's family here. And I can tell you that in order to become, I would call them master roller baker, because that's really what it is. It takes a solid 6 months of practice to learn how to roll a bagel to be consistent every time. Every bagel is exactly 85 grams. It's a tricky thing to do, but they're very, very good at it. Once the bagels are all rolled, they all go into a boiling kettle. It's filled with honey water. And what that does, it's in there for 2 minutes. When the bagels are baked, they come out with an extra little bit of sweetness on the outside, and they're a little bit crunchier. Once the bagels come out of the kettle, they are boarded. 22 to a board, 2 boards. And those go into the oven. The bagels will dry out. It takes about 5 minutes. Once the bagels are dried out, the baker will flip them off the board onto the oven floor. And from there, they use this long board called a shiva to move the bagels around the oven. And they have to manage the heat in the oven. So you're going to see that they're going to shuffle the bagels around as they move them around. They have to know how to manage the heat. And it takes approximately 20 minutes to go from one end to the other until they're tossed into the chute. So the oven that we use, it's a 30-ton oven. It's huge. And it sits at a temperature of 600 degrees constantly. And we keep it that way 24 hours a day. Even if we're not baking overnight, it stays heated. It creates less wear and tear on the oven, less contraction and expansion. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning how the rainbow bagel is made, and we welcome you here anytime. We're open 24 hours a day. We never close. We're at 6160 Côte-Saint-Luc Road in Montreal, and you can find us at either dizzesbagel.com or at Dizz Bagel on Instagram, and you can also find us on Facebook.